Today, we're going to go through the 5 levels of prospect warmth on LinkedIn. I'm Frankel. I've booked thousands of sales calls on LinkedIn through the DMs. I've tested a bunch of stuff out over the years. I've really found what works. I've generated millions of dollars with cold outreach. So if you are actively trying to get clients on LinkedIn, this video will be a banger. Sit down, get ready, get your notepad out, get your Google Docs out, whatever you need to do. Let's go through it. Level 1 is neutral. 70 to 95% of your prospects will fall into this bucket, so don't ignore it. These are people you've connected with, so you can DM them, but they have not viewed your profile or engaged with your content. You can DM them whenever. I recommend DMing them as soon as possible after they accept your connection request, but it doesn't have that much of a tangible difference on if you're going to book a call or not. LinkedIn is amazing because someone connects with you, now they see your content, and you can nurture them with really great posts, building yourself up in their eyes before you even DM them or even after you DM them. We've had situations where we DM'd a prospect, maybe we even jumped on a call with them. Things didn't work out, but then a month later, they're like, yo, let's do it. Let's run it. I want to sign with you. All right, that's what content can do for you. And your main overarching strategy here, if you follow me, if you're in LinkedIn Client Lab, if you're a LinkedIn League client, which is my coaching program, is going to be to reach out to this bucket of people. And you should expect about a 5 to 10% call booked rate, which means that once you master the DM strategies that I teach and the whole psychology behind everything, you should be booking 1 call out of 10 people you DM in this bucket of neutral prospects. Now, let's move on to level 2. Level 2 is your profile viewers. These are about 5 to 15% of your prospects. They're basically anyone who viewed your profile. A prospect views your profile. You have a really great trust building, high authority, highly competent, but still human profile. You end up building a lot of trust. So they're a little bit warmer than people who you just connect with and DM right away. So my clients in LinkedIn League have amazing profiles because I craft it for them A to Z. I literally create their whole profile. So book a call with me, link in the description if you want to see if LinkedIn League is a good fit for you. And LinkedIn Client Lab members, I send them a 5 to 10 minute free profile audit upon joining. So they take action and they're able to craft a really great profile. Your profile is so foundational to your success on LinkedIn, so don't disregard it. Get a great profile done foundationally. Then you could start focusing on content and DMs. So we can go to my LinkedIn. I have it open here. Go to profile viewers right here and then scroll down and see everyone that viewed your profile. You want to do 2 things. 1, reach out to everyone in your target market that is a connection. And it's going to show this little button, this message button, if you're actually connected. And number 2, send a connection request to people that are in your target market, but you're not connected with. All right. So someone like this, if they're in my target market, I'm going to send them a connection request. Someone like this as well, who actually just joined LinkedIn Client Lab, funny enough, a couple of days back. I remember his name. And then the last thing you want to do here is accept any connection request that you were sent by prospects in your target market so you can DM them. By doing these 3 things, you are opening up the ability to have a DM conversation. And you only want to do that with prospects that 1, viewed your profile in this scenario, and 2, are in your target market and match with what you're looking for in terms of industry, geography, and title. Let's move on to level 3. These are content engagers. So level 1, neutral, brand new connection request. They haven't engaged with you. They haven't viewed your profile. Level 2, those prospects that have viewed your profile. Now level 3, prospects who've engaged with your content. This pool of prospects will be around 5 to 10% of those who you DM. They are people who've liked and commented on one of your posts. What you can do here is actually use the post that they engage with to start a conversation. And you'll get around a 15 to 25% call booked rate because these guys are pretty warm. So 1 in about 4 to 1 in 7 content engagers that you DM, you'll be able to book into a call if you know the proper DM psychology and frameworks. And for that, join LinkedIn Client Lab, study everything inside, go out, DM, execute, sign clients. The link for that is in the description. So level 4 here, these are lead magnet engagers. These are warmer than the content engagers. These will be around 5 to 30% of your overall prospect pool. And they are people who commented on a lead magnet of yours to get that resource. What you want to do is send them a lead magnet and then ask follow-up questions, prying pain points related to the lead magnet. Let me show you guys an example. Before we get into that, around 10 to 30% of these people you start conversations with, you should be booking into a call. So 1 out of 3 to 1 out of 10 or so. Here's an example of one of my DM conversations. I used a lead magnet to go out and book a call. So I posted a lead magnet. I told people to comment framework. Kevin actually reached out to me with a connection request and a note saying framework, looking forward to connecting. I respond, hey, Kevin, you wanted my framework, right? So just reinforcing, hey, this is what you're here for, right? I just want to make sure I know what you want. You do PPC stuff, right? With get noticed. I follow up with a question where I'm rephrasing his offer. So when you're reaching out to these people who are a little bit warmer, you don't need to do as much work on the front end in terms of personalization to really get them to open up like you would reaching out to people who just connected with you. They haven't signaled any kind of interest. Interesting, indeed. My brother worked at Google for a few years, by the way. Really cool. You were in Mountain View. So I'm already starting a conversation before I even sent him the lead magnet. Obviously here, I'm going to send him the lead magnet. But then I have this pre-built connection with Kevin, and we were able to go out and book a call with Kevin. So these lead magnet engagers are very, very warm, especially if you have really great lead magnets and you know the right DM psychology and framework to use to transition it from a DM conversation into a book call with the proper frame that's going to make it easy for you to close. Inbound leads, this is level 5. These are the warmest by far. You're not going to get a lot of these. So about 1 to 10% of your prospects on LinkedIn will be inbound if you're actually going out and executing on the DM strategies that you're learning here. If you're inside LinkedIn Client Lab or one of my coaching clients in LinkedIn League, these are hot. So they are very hard to mess up. They have a high level of interest and intent upon their first message. They know you, they have pre-built trust, they have pre-built awareness. Maybe they've been following you for a few weeks or a month or 2 or 3 months. In my case, a lot of people watch my YouTube. Maybe they follow me on Twitter as well. And now they reach out and they're like, hey, Ty, I want help on LinkedIn. Can you help me out? And the thing is, about half of these are going to be unqualified, even if you position yourself in the most premium way. That's just the nature of inbound. With outbound, 80 to 90% of people you book a call with will be qualified because you can pick and choose who to reach out to. That's the beautiful thing. There's 2 strategies on LinkedIn. There's inbound, there's outbound. Inbound takes so long to build. You have to build a massive personal brand. It takes at least 3 to 6 months to get some kind of traction. And by the end of it, you might book 10 calls a month if you're lucky, and half are going to be qualified. There's another strategy that we use inside of LinkedIn Client Lab, inside my coaching program. I do it for myself as well, where you have a great profile, you put out a few posts a week, and you focus on outbound DMs. We've had clients come in and book anywhere from 20 to 45 calls a month using that, and 80 to 90% of them are qualified, and it doesn't take more than an hour a day. So just to recap, the 5 levels of LinkedIn prospect warmth. Level 1, neutral. These are people who accepted your connection request that you're going to DM. You should get about a 5 to 10% call book rate with these, which means 1 out of 10 to 1 out of 20 people that you DM that are neutral, you will book a call with. It's still an amazing investment of your time if you break down the numbers. Level 2, people who have viewed your profile. So these will be around 5 to 15% of your prospects, depending on your situation. You want to reach out as soon as you possibly can, and you should get about a 10 to 20% call booked rate with these guys because they have demonstrated a higher level of intent than people you've just connected with. And if you have a great profile and you send hyper-targeted connection requests, this should be a layup for you. Level 3, content engagers, people that have either liked or commented on one of your posts. These will be about 5 to 10% of your prospects. You can use the post they engage with as a conversation starter, but use all the other psychological frameworks as well that we use with people in other buckets. Showing genuine care, building a human connection, conveying high competence, conveying high status, mirroring, reflecting, resonating, conveying spontaneity. All these little things you learn inside of LinkedIn Client Lab at the highest level. So that's why I keep pushing that. It is so key for you to get in there. You should be booking about 15 to 25% of these people on a call. Level 4, lead magnet engagers. These will be 5 to 30% of your prospects, depending on how big your personal brand is, on how many lead magnets you put out, and on how well they do. These are people who commented on a lead magnet post of yours. You DM them to get the lead magnet that you're advertising. You send them the lead magnet, and then you follow up with questions related to the lead magnet. This is such an easy segue into gaining clarity about a prospect situation and potentially moving them close to a call. So the lead magnet's great because you can get people on your email list. But also the biggest benefit is to start conversations with dozens and even hundreds of target prospects all at once. You'll get about a 10 to 30% call booked rate with this group. So let's move on to level 5 here. Inbound leads. Levels 1 through 4 were outbound. This is the only inbound group. These will be 1 to 10% of your prospects. They're super hot. They message you first with high intent, and then there's a pre-built trust, awareness, and authority there. So it's very easy to book these guys on a call. If they're qualified, you should be booking 15 to 90% of these DMs that you get onto a sales call. So thank you for watching the video. That was great. Make sure to like and subscribe, comment any kind of videos you want to see, and you definitely got to jump in LinkedIn Client Lab. We have over 8 hours of masterclasses, 37 DM strategies. We have 4 live calls a month. You get the recording to those. You have one-on-one access to me for $297 a month. It is the highest ROI thing that you will do for yourself and your business this year. I guarantee that. So jump in, go to linkedInclientlab.com. I'll see you inside, and I will see you in the next video.